Behind me is the Roku TV Plus Series TV, and it is a QLED television. And as you can see, I'm in a really bright room, and I can still see the TV beautifully. It's 4K, you get 60 hertz panel on here, HDR, and everything in between. So let's take a closer look at this television. First of all, here is the remote, and the remote just works fantastic. It's Bluetooth and it connects very easily. You can see it has rechargeable battery built inside of it, and it charges via USB-C. You've got your volume controls on the right. You have a button over here to turn off so it doesn't understand any voice commands if you want. You also have a headphone jack, so if you want to plug in a pair of headphones and have private listening, you can. And then it has the traditional Roku remote. So if you've used Roku, it's very easy. You have your home button, your back button, your home button. You have your directional pad with the OK in the middle. And then you also have a bunch of buttons for like a little bit of rewind. This is like an options button. This is the voice controls, play, pause, rewind, fast forward. These are customizable buttons that you can open different apps or open different settings in. And then you have your Netflix, your Paramount Plus, TV Plus, Apple TV Plus, and HBO Max. Now, one of the first things you'll notice about this television is that it's really simple to use. It runs Roku software, which is a given because this is a Roku television. So I would hope it runs Roku TV. And this is one of the easiest operating systems for television to use. You have your home screen, which you can see it goes and has all of your HDMI ports, which there are 4, and they're all HDMI 60 things. So if you're a video gamer and you need 120 hertz, which right now you probably honestly don't really, because a lot of games don't even play in 120 hertz at 4K. But if you do, this TV won't do it. It'll do 4K 60 though, which should be completely fine with a lot of gamers, especially on console. And then you've also got your apps that you've downloaded to your screen, or channels as they call them. Going back here, you can go to live TV and it'll show you any live TV things that you can watch. Bunch of different things, free stuff, paid stuff. Then you go back and you have your search. You can search for whatever you want. You can search for Kevin Costner movies or a specific app or a specific show, and you can use the microphone built in here. I'll just do it real quick. Comedy movies from the 80s. So I'm gonna ask it something kind of specific, and it shows me comedy movies from the 80s that I can watch right now. And for instance, maybe I wanted to watch Clue. So I'll click on Clue. When I click on Clue, it shows me a bunch of different places I can watch it. I can watch it on Pluto TV for absolutely free, or I can buy it or rent it from one of these services or stream it from one of these services. So it shows a bunch of different places that you can do it from. And again, you can search apps, movies, types of things you want to watch. It's very cool and very simple to use. It's, again, one of my favorite things about this television is the operating system. What to watch. If you're not sure what to watch, you can see some things that you potentially might want to watch. Have them be animated adventures or comedies, Spanish dub series, pretty much anything that you can think of would be on here. Free things to watch. A lot of people don't want to pay for anything. Well, this has a whole section of free things that you can watch on this television. Sports is obviously huge. You can watch a bunch of live sports on here. Obviously, right now, it's time making this video. It's baseball season and NBA playoffs, and it has all that stuff showing you when the games start. Very, very helpful and very informative, and different apps that play sports as well. Here's the streaming store, also known as just a store that you can download apps. And it's very simple to download an app. All you're gonna do is choose the app that you want. I'll just choose Discovery Plus right here real quick. And then I hit add app and it will go to my home screen. For settings is super simple to use. You have everything in here from adding in and changing in your audio output. If you have a ER port, you have that on HDMI 1. If you want to add like a sound bar or some kind of speakers, you can do that right there. You can change your sound settings for wall-mounted televisions. You've got all these different digital Dolby Atmos notifications and things you can turn on and off. You have your TV picture settings if you want to change it from brighter or bright or whatever you want to do. You can change all that stuff right there. You can even go into wallpapers and screensavers, which this has a ton of. If you want to change the background of your home screen and stuff like that, you can. There's a bunch in here that they're all free too. I don't even think anything costs in here for the screensavers and all that stuff. So, which is nice to finally see from a company. Check your network or change your network is where you come in here and change your system settings. Add in a USB stick to the back of the television. You have power options. One of the cool things I love about this television, I'll turn it right off. Here you go. So I'm gonna power it off real quick, and then I'm gonna power it on immediately afterwards. Here we go, I'm gonna turn it on. Turn on in like literally a second. That second time I said when I was gonna turn it on, it immediately turns on. So it has that instant power on, power off feature, which I love. One thing I do not love about this television is that the power cord is built into the television. Why don't I love that? Well, the reason being is that if the power cord goes dead of some sort, I'm probably gonna have to get the TV replaced. A lot of televisions have it just like you can unplug it and plug it back in. This one, seemingly, unless I'm wrong about something, is wired right into the television. I do not like that. It's obviously probably some kind of cost saving measure, but it potentially could cause an issue with this television. You can see there's a couple of HDMI ports on the side. The rest are on the back along with all the other ports as well. So you get 4 HDMI ports, headphone jack on the back there. You get a USB port if you want to plug in a USB stick and watch a video or a photo slideshow of some sort on there. So it has a bunch of ports that you can use. Now I did want to show you the side viewing angles on this. Sometimes with the less expensive TVs, you lose a lot of color, but not too bad. You can see I'm all the way to the edge here, and it's still a very bright environment in here. This is an HDR video playing from YouTube, and I mean there is some glare from the sun and stuff, but otherwise you can see it perfectly fine. And then here's a side view of the television as well. You can see it's not very thick. It's got the legs at the end. Here's a video in 4K, 60 hertz. Again, it doesn't go above 60 hertz on here, but you can see it's absolutely beautiful screen on here. The colors are great. The brightness is really good, especially for the price that you're paying with these TVs, which is like $500, $600, $700, depending upon which one you get, have it be a 55, a 65, or a 75 inch of this version. Here's another one just to show you off some super high resolution video on here, showing off different colors, how it looks, you know, with a darker scene and a bright scene and a scene kind of somewhere in the middle. It does a really, really good job. Here's another video. This time it's just me on here and it's playing at 4K just to show you. No problems at all. If I want to fast forward, it's pretty easy to. It's not going to lag or anything, as long as you have good internet. And there's no stuttering or on it at all either when you're playing a 4K video. All right, I'm going to start this video here, and I just want you to hear the drop. It's going to happen pretty quick. The bass is really good on this TV. I'll let it play so you can hear the sound too. But the sound and the bass is really impressive with this television.
Whoa, clear out the room, I'm coming through. They wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about it. I'm today's trying to top it.
Here's another song. Just going through the apps real quick. The only apps you can install on this that will work, it's not like Android TV where if you wanted to sideload something, Roku cannot do that. But Roku has basically every app that you'd want. You can see I have all the major ones from Netflix, YouTube, Hulu, Prime Video, Apple TV Plus, the Roku channel, Disney Plus, Max, MB, YouTube TV, Vudu, QVC, Sling, Peacock, I mean, Paramount Plus. Literally, I can't think of something that you would want that isn't already on here. It literally has pretty much everything that you'd want to watch. That's just, and again, these are just the apps that I have installed. It has, again, probably anything and everything that you would want to watch for an app for a streaming thing. Here's Ghost of Tsushima, PlayStation 5. And this television can do 4K 60, no problem. 4K 120 it cannot do because it doesn't have a 120 hertz panel. But at the end of the day, this still makes video games look really, really good. And 4K 60 still is an amazing frames per second. Some games can't even still do that. So if you're a console gamer, don't have any frets about buying this television, especially for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and anything below that. It's still gonna look great. Final thoughts about the television. I like the remote, USB-C charging, which everybody has USB-C now, at least they should. Very easy to use remote, has the speaking abilities inside of the remote. I love the app selection on here, has every streaming app that you could want. Not really any gaming apps, so if you wanted to game on your television, you're gonna have to hook up a console on here. The easy to use operating system, finding apps, navigating around in the settings is very, very simple. Just the whole usage of the television, I love it because of how fluid and fast it is, the app selection and ease of use, speed, and apps. What else more could you want? I love the quality of the display in a nice bright environment. It still is really bright. It's easy to watch from any angle and the colors don't fade and the colors just look great in general. The speakers are also pretty impressive. It's got really good bass and the quality of the sound is nice and full. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't like that the power cord is soldered into the television. I think that's bad because again, if maybe your dog eats through the cable or the cable just deteriorates at the end of it and you have to replace it, you're gonna have to send this TV in to get repaired. At the end of the day, I have no problems recommending this television. It's got a great operating system of Roku. It's very easy to use. It's very fast. The television picture looks great. You can game on it. It's got tons of HDMI ports. It has eARC. It's got good sound. It's got good quality picture. It's just a good quality television. Thanks for watching. If you guys want to pick this one up, it's linked down below. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.